welcome to May. Welcome to May. It is a beautiful day here in New Hampshire. The sky is blue. It is bluer than blue as the sky can get, I think. Today it's gorgeous. And we are headed north. This is school break week. And I've been busy in the house doing this, doing that. Made a video yesterday of different things that I was doing. Working on a blanket, did some gel printing with my friend, and I'm anxious to get back to that to finish up my projects. I need to get some markers. I'm going to draw some designs on them as well, and I'm trying to figure out, you know, something to kind of like put them together. And I'm headed up to the State House right now. It is Thursday and it's break week, but we have State House this week, and next week we will be traveling to my daughter's graduation, and so that's going to be fun. But today we're headed to the State House, and just wondering what to talk about today on this morning live. Thank you guys so much for coming and supporting my channel. I talked yesterday about my friend Cherie, who started YouTube just a couple months ago, and her channel is going gangbusters. Like, she is doing it. She is amazing. She's got great content. She does great with her videos, and she does it all pretty much on a budget. So she's doing a great job, and I love her art. She's amazing. I posted below the video yesterday of all of the different types of websites that went along with that video. I want to just go ahead and plug my phone in. When I stop up here, I'm going to plug it in. But this morning, what am I going to talk about on my way to the State House? How did I become a New Hampshire state representative? Well, I started getting more involved in my town. Of course, my kids were getting older and I had more time. You know, when the kids were younger, I wouldn't have had as much time, but I think it would have been good if I kind of had taught them some of this stuff. We studied the Constitution. We are very patriotic. We love our country. We celebrate patriotic days. Let's vibe. Yeah. Thanks. Okay, so we but I had more time on my hands, and I just started getting involved in my community, and one thing led to the other. In New Hampshire, we have 400 state representatives, and as you know, we have a very tiny state compared to some of the other larger states in the United States. But we have the first one of its kind. It's kind of a volunteer army, because we get paid $100 per year for 2 years. And so it's kind of an active service. Our responsibilities are really up to us. We get put into different types of committees. Good morning. Could you give Nick Gers a shout out? Shay Stew and JJ Love Summit. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And thank you for coming to my channel. I'm a teacher, and I talk about lots of things that teachers do. I'm also a mom and a grandma, as well as a New Hampshire state representative, which I'm headed up to the State House today. I live in New Hampshire, so I have lots of videos about New Hampshire and about different things that teachers do in their free time. So thank you so much for coming to this video, and I appreciate the people in the comments being very appropriate, because, you know, I'm a mom and a grandma. I don't do all the inappropriate stuff. It's a beautiful morning, and I'm headed to the State House, and we're going to be talking about some bills and doing some votes today. And we get together on Thursdays, several Thursdays out of from like March, April, May, and June. Also, there are committees that talk about all the different bills that are going into the mill. I've heard people call it sausage. This is where sausage is made, because you never really know exactly how it's all going to end up. And we have several bills, and I am on the conservative side of things, so I am concerned that we protect children, parental rights, education, all things protection and people's rights, keeping as many rights as we possibly can. So thank you for coming to my video, and thank you for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. So today we're headed north to Concord, and one thing I like to do on this channel, on the car chats, is just talk about the weather. The weather has been pretty warm this week, and we're looking at spring. I think spring is finally coming, and we can see buds on the trees. It's so pretty as you drive along. You just see barely little buds. Like, I can see oranges and just green buds on the tips of the branches of the trees, and it's really awesome to watch at this time of year how everything springs out. So it's a great time of year, and I'm very thankful for all the good things that God has given to me, and have some heartaches as well, and I know that everybody does. I guess I grew up pretty well, like with not a lot of heartaches. I kind of weathered those storms pretty well, but the older you get, I guess the harder things can hit you, and so you just have to consciously be thankful for the good things, because hard things are sure to come. And 2 years ago, my son Benjamin, he had a terrible skiing accident, and it's been 2 years, and it's still so hard to even think about, never mind talk about. I don't know how people get through this. But just in our town over the weekend, there was a accident. Some boys were playing on a small lake near my house, and they got onto a canoe, and the canoe capsized, and one of the boys did not make it to shore safely, and he was 14, I think, and it's just my heart breaks so much for anyone to have to go through this. But I think sometimes, as I'm a Christian, and sometimes as a Christian, we tell ourselves, if you just obey God and you do what's right and you give your heart to God, He's going to bless you, and He's going to take care of you, which He does. But on this earth, bad things do happen, and there are times that tragic accidents happen. And I don't know, I've sometimes met people who aren't even Christians that get through it because they expect bad things to happen sometimes more than a person who says, I'm going to follow God, He's going to give me all the good stuff, and I'm going to be fine. But then something bad happens, and we get all bitter and angry, and like, how can this happen to me, And when it happens, we don't know what the future holds. So we have to make the best of every day, the best of our ability, because we don't know what's going to happen. And the Bible is clear about that. It says, boast not yourself of tomorrow, for you know not what a day may bring forth. God tells us that, but we kind of gloss over that because we don't want to, be morbid. We don't want to be negative. But the truth is, all of these things are true, and God tells us about them. So we have to be honest with ourselves that this life is temporary. We don't know how much time we actually have. I don't know why God gave me 60 years and some people 15 or 2. That's God's decision. So I saw a video this morning that was really cool about the shofar, which kind of changes the subject quite a bit. But I have a purpose in thinking of this. So my friend and a couple of friends and I, we go to the beach whenever we can. We go early and we blow the shofar and we pray together. And so I've looked it up, I know what the shofar is. It's used in the Bible. And it's God's way, he says to the people, to, blow the shofar at different times for battle or for remembrance, for emphasis. And this little clip that I saw this morning talked about the shofar and how when you blow the shofar, there's this girl had like a little, it was like a dust particle board, and when you make a noise that it would disperse, like the particles, like maybe it's magnetic, I don't know, but the particles would either disperse or come together. And when you make a noise that is organized, they come together. So whenever she blew the shofar, the particles would come together in an organized pattern. And so she's just saying how God is a God of order and how this sound is God's order. And then she talked about how much God is of order and talked about the golden ratio. And that's a mathematical thing that's a miracle in nature, the golden ratio, or even pi. Pi and the golden ratio are kind of, what is the word? Similar in a sense, because they are mathematical miracles. And, the woman in the video said nothing in God's word is by chance. God is a God of order, and he has a purpose. He has a purpose in the shofar. Now, when I looked it up, the shofar is actually also it's healthful. It's healthy for you to blow this thing. It helps clean your lungs, believe it or not. So when you blow the shofar, you're using your lungs and you're pulling up, whatever, and it actually is medicinal. So many things about what God asks of us as humans that are not just about, yes, it's obedience, yes, it's we need to honor God, but it's also lots of traffic this morning. It's also for our good. Like in obedience, he even gives us health in the hard times. Okay, so we're not allowed to go that direction, that's why. They're working on this road, and the normal lane that I use is not open. I just figured that out. Different type of traffic pattern. Usually everybody wants to go to the left so they can go through the quick pass, but now we're headed to the right, so we're good. So God has a purpose in what he asks us to do. He doesn't just randomly shout out orders to see what we're going to do about it. He has a purpose,